back. We're back. We're back. We're back. I hope everyone can hear me. We need to get the all-important audio and visual check done before we can rock and roll. Oh man, I'll tell you what, it's been a little bit crazy. You wouldn't believe. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Could engineer to succeed, my brother. Thank you for that, sir. Good to see you again. So yes, you can all see and hear me. That is the most important thing. So yes, what's been going on? It's been a bit of a crazy time. Not been well, but better now. Antibiotics have literally wiped me out. Hence, I already needed a break because there's no way I'm going to be doing videos on antibiotics like this. So it took quite a while to recover from all of that stuff. But now it's all good in the hood. And I'd like to thank all of you who sent all of the well wishes and stuff in the community section. That was just unbelievable. I didn't expect that. You guys are amazing. And yes, a few things have been happening behind the scenes in the background whilst I was resting for some stuff that was going on. And, you know, personally, I don't know about you, but, you know, what happens to me in my private life is private. So, you know, don't waste your time asking what's wrong and all that, because you're not going to know because it's private. Simple as that. But anyway, I'd like to say thanks to, check this out, 5,930, if you can see that, new subscribers. If it's going to come in, it takes ages. There you go. 5,930 new subscribers in the last 28 days. And I've been off for, I don't even know how long it's been. So, yes, we don't want to be waffling on too long. We're just here to say it's good to be back. I've really missed you lot big time. And your support has been amazing behind the scenes. And it's really appreciated. So, yeah, a few things that have been going on. I've got some merch, some T-shirts done, and some hoodies done, and some mugs done. So these are all good in the hood. What I'm doing is I'm giving them all a trial first. So these are going through washing machines and the hoodies, and this has been washed up a few times. I just want to see if it fades or buggers up, because there's no way I want you guys who want to support the channel buying stuff it's going to fall apart. This, believe it or not, is 100% organic cotton. It's really good stuff. It feels great. I don't want to give you guys rubbish. You know that I don't endorse rubbish. No cheap stuff that's going to let you down. I don't want people wearing stuff that's going to fall apart. So this is on trial. So don't ask me at the moment where and how much, because I'm seeing how it goes. I just wanted to give you guys a bit of a sneak peek. And yeah, the mugs, they've come out really crisp and really clean. So they're really cool. So yes, I'm going to announce that when it's all done and I'm happy with how they come out, and then you guys be the first to know. So don't ask just yet, because it's on trial. All right, you know me, I always test stuff before I say it's good. So yeah, starting from this Monday, lots of things are going to be happening on the channel. I've got a few things to sort out this weekend, but Monday, when I'll get back into work doing YouTube again, we are going to be releasing loads of stuff. Stay tuned for the newsletter. There will be a newsletter hitting your inboxes on Monday. And also, before I forget, if I can find it, some of you guys have been amazing helping me with the sponsored walk. Here it is. So you guys who have been funding already, look at this, it's up to £323 already. You guys are amazing. If you don't know what's going on, I'm going to be doing a sponsored march in March next month for 10 miles. So I'm going to be putting my military kit on, and I'm going to be going across the mountains in Wales, giving myself a bit of a workout and to try and raise as much money as I can to support the boys and girls at Combat Stress. I've got a very good friend of mine who has been getting treatment from Combat Stress, so it's really going to go a long way. So you guys, thanks for supporting that. It's awesome. There is a link below if you haven't. Check it out. Everything's all good. In fact, if you want any information about anything, it is all underneath this video, hence is what the banner's saying. All right, so email me, donate if you can. You don't have to. The sponsored walk stuff, loads of money off kits and equipment, it's all underneath the video. So with all of that being said, I think it's about time we cracked on. That was 5 minutes. It wasn't too bad, but I felt I owed you guys a bit of a thanks because you guys have been amazing. Look at, we got 615 already. So without further ado, we're going to get into this crazy video. I was going to do this last Friday, but because I was ill, I was in hospital, just didn't get around to it. But it really does need to be talked about. And do you know what? I'm really keen to understand what you guys think about what we're going to be discussing tonight. Okay. Now, it says it all in the title, really. The rich are selling up and they're buying bunkers. Why? So they're selling up. What does that mean? They are dumping shares. They are selling lots of assets. And they have been for the last year or so, but more so recently. Now, we're going to get into some of this, and I find it highly suspicious, especially the timing of all this. You know, us preppers who have been preparing for years, not all of us can afford a bunker. I certainly can't. You know, to sort of excavate loads of ground and to put really good stuff down there, which isn't going to go rusty, moldy, damp, rotten, etc., leak. All of that stuff. It costs a lot of money, hell of a lot of money. Now, to be honest, if you really wanted to do a good sound bunker, especially if you're going to be spending extended periods of time down there, it's going to cost a lot. And I mean a lot. It's not a case of getting a JCB, digging a hole, putting a shipping container in there, covering it over and say, yeah, I've got a bunker. Doesn't work like that, Jack. There's a lot more to it. So we're going to go into some of the reasons about tonight's topic. Like I say, I want all of you to get involved in this and tell me what you're seeing and hearing, okay? Because yes, some of the wealthiest people, publicly known, are selling lots of things to get money. And it looks like they're using that money to put towards bunkers underground. Why? Why now? Well, let's get into it. So, without further ado, we are going to look at this guy. I'm sure you know. Let me just double check if it's coming out clean. Right. Cool. Full screen. Excellent. Look at this here. Jeff Bezos completes 50 million Amazon share, nets $8.5 billion. $8.5 billion. You got to ask yourself how long it's going to take you guys to earn $8.5 billion. Well, let me tell you this. We won't earn that in our lifetime. I'll be very surprised if you've got any billionaires watching this YouTube channel. But look at this. Bezos' plan to sell 50 million shares by January 31st, 2025. It's crazy. He's unloaded another 2 billion worth of Amazon shares. So this guy obviously has a hell of a lot of money. So apparently his shares are worth roughly $158 billion. His net worth is about 191 billion. Crazy. So if he sold all of this and added on to that, you guessed it, this guy has an obscene amount of money. This is just one guy. Look at this. He's sent a recent move from Seattle to Miami. We're going to go into a bit about Miami as we go through this video. So stay tuned if you want to know more about how crazy this subject matter is. It's nuts. And let me tell you this, it is not coincidence. You won't believe if you stay to the end of this live stream, you're going to see all of this come together and you're going to go, what? Yes, it blew my mind, and I'm still trying to process this. It's nuts information. So we're going to get into it right now. So the next screen, look at this. This is from Forbes. This isn't that long ago. Okay. So look at this here. Billionaire bunker owners are preparing for the ultimate underground escape. Look at this. Considering the recent world crisis due to what happened in 2020, bunker owners are at code red in prepping their families for at least 6 months. There you go, 6 months in their bunkers. They are not worried about nuclear wars or asteroid hits at the moment. They are primarily concerned about civil unrest. Now, what have I been talking about since 2012? I am personally preparing for civil unrest and the fall of the economy. Some of you guys who have watched me on the TV, the National Geographic, I still stand by that, which was filmed back in 2012. I am preparing for the fall of the economy and civil unrest. And look at what these wealthy guys are doing as well. They are doing pretty much the same, civil unrest. But you've only got to look at the wealth that is literally just being thrown at all of this. How many of us could afford to have bunkers on a scale like this? It's absolutely obscene, absurd, but it is happening. Check this out. Creating a comfortable bunker for his family was a priority to have an escape that will protect them for up to 6 months at a time. Now, why are we seeing 6 months? Do they know something we don't? Jason from Archaics was theorizing that we're talking about July this year onwards. For about 6 months, it's going to be chaos. Only time will tell. But personally, with so much research and so much things hinting at the second half of 2024, I would rather err on the side of caution. And obviously, we all hope and pray that nothing bad happens. But if it does, at least we are going to be somewhat prepared for 6 months at the end of this year. So these are quite interesting articles, and here's some more. As far as security, should civil unrest become widespread, Terry, this is the guy, has that planned as well. We have weapons, but only as a last resort. We have 15 hidden cameras around the property for surveillance. We have researched an escape plan to the bunker that will take 25 minutes to be locked in. So this really is a prepping mindset to get this done. There is lots of blurb. In fact, if you wanted to, there's a link under this video giving you more details about some of the articles which we're going to be chewing over in this presentation. It's just crazy. Look at the size. This is bigger than the ground floor of my house. And this is one room in a bunker. Insane. And if you go, look at this. It is really, really thought out. Everything there is pretty much what you're going to need. Games room, a gym, food, a swimming pool, all of the pumps and generators, etc. Above the ground safe house, sleeping quarters, etc. Vehicles, it's got a cinema, bowling alley, a gun range, the tool room. Everything is pretty much there. Now we're going to go into some of the companies that actually provide this, and guess what? You may be shocked to discover that some of them are in the UK. Yeah. Now we just go on to this one. Yes. So I seem to know a fair bit about what's going on in America, like most of us probably do. But when it comes down to what the hell is going on in the UK, we're pretty much at a loss. We're not really sure. It's becoming more obvious as the years go by that if you want to find information, what's really going on in the UK, it's very difficult. It almost feels like we're in China with the amount of surveillance. And you do a Google search about underground bases in the UK, if you're going to find at best something in the Cold War that's knackered, and it's not currently operational. It's really, really hush hush. But I do suspect that there are a lot of bases and bunkers underground here in the UK. We're not just talking private bunkers for billionaires. No, we're talking organizations, companies, corporations, government, bankers, etc. There is a hell of a lot going on right underneath our feet. What do we know in the UK? Zilch. If you know anything about bunkers which are being used currently, send me an email because I'm at a loss. All I can find are knackered old, damp, rotten post-World War II Cold War bunkers, and that's it. It's like a big secret, and we're not finding out anything. So, I want you to go through this with me. This is quite interesting. Right. Look at this. This is from the Mail, right? Let me just close down on this crap. I hate adverts. They drive me nuts. Now, what do they know? World's billionaires are building bunkers and assembling fortresses outside their mansions. Why would they be doing that? Crazy. Look at this. This was literally 4 weeks ago. All right. This is recent information pretty much. 4 weeks ago. The thing is, like I said, I was going to do this last week. There's been lots of research as well on top gone into trying to fathom out what we are being told in the mainstream. Nonetheless, we're going to go through it. Look at this. Doomsday prepping used to be seen as a hobby relegated to the paranoid fringe, but ordinary Americans, check this, spent a staggering $11 billion on survival items. Wow. This is just last year, between April to April 22 to 23. 11 billion Americans. That's how much Americans spent on prepping. Yeah. So if you think that us preppers are crazy little hobbyists who just buy a little folding knife and a few tins of baked beans, $11 billion in 12 months. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you dumb? Are you asleep? Are you waking up? Are you awake yet? Well, let me just kind of, these adverts drive me nuts. Try and ignore it. The world's wealthiest have increasingly spent hundreds of millions on securing underground compounds, private islands for the merely rich survival condos. Condos, of course, it's an American thing. We're going to get into some of this. Zuck. Yeah, the guy you love to hate. Personally, I've never, ever gone on Facebook. I've never, ever had a Facebook account, and I never will. So please don't ask me if I'm on Facebook. I have avoided that like a plague, and I'm really pleased that I've just given Facebook the finger. It is basically a CIA spying tool, which lots of people use. And it's crazy to know that preppers actually use Facebook. But that's a whole nother video. So we are going to be looking into what Mr. Zuck has been doing, as well as the co-founder of PayPal and the guy with OpenAI, so ChatGPT. Look at this. There is some weird stuff going on in Hawaii. All of this land. Look at this. This is what Zuck's got. Crazy. 1,300 acre, $100 million luxury estate. So if you think what happened last year in Hawaii, you remember the so-called natural disaster? If you think that was natural, I really advise that you start stepping up to the plate, because there is a lot going on which we are not being told. What we have witnessed basically in, can we just come out of the share screen? What we have witnessed basically in Hawaii was a corporate land grab, pretty much using technology as a tool, as a means to an end. So basically, over time, what you are going to find in Hawaii is lots of the world's most wealthiest people are going to be living there. Anyone else who shouldn't be there are literally going to be working to service these multi-billionaires. And anyone else, trust me, they are going to be forced off of the island. It doesn't seem to matter how long People have been living there. It doesn't seem what communities, what age, they don't care. They're going to literally take everyone off of Hawaii and leave it to the rich and famous. This is going to happen over time. We've already seen some of this happen in the Southern Island in New Zealand. There is a lot of multi-billionaires having homes over the last 3 years now in New Zealand. Why? Why is all this happening all of a sudden? Don't forget, since 2020, when the issue started, it was literally like a fire button being pressed, and everything has happened since then. It's crazy, and it's no joke. Some people realize what's going on. Some people are just waking up. Some people just haven't got a Scooby-Doo clue, and they just rather watch EastEnders. Just leave them alone. Don't waste your time on these guys. But I started to write down the list, right, of billionaires and multimillionaires who have recently, over the last 4 years since the issue, been buying bunkers. I had to stop. Why did I have to stop writing this list? Well, I'll tell you why. Because if I didn't stop, there would be over 200 names on that list. I am not joking. It's insane the amount of wealthy people who have sold recent shares in their companies and have bought bunkers. There's loads. Here's just a few, right? Jeff Bezos, as we say, Ivanka Trump, Peter Fay, so we're talking the guy with PayPal, okay? Sam Altman, the guy with ChatGPT, as I said. Elon Musk. We're going to go on to some of that later on. Jay-Z and that Beyonce thing. Tom Bradley apparently is an American gridiron guy for the NFL. And honestly, the list just went on and on and on and on and on and on. It's crazy. So, and the weird thing is, because when I sort of woke up around 2008, the world of all of that BS, celebrity and famous people and TV just got turned off. So from 2008 till now, I don't really know who new pop groups are, celebrities, actors. I've got no idea. And to be honest, I don't give a shit. I don't care. But apparently, lots of people since 2008 have become rich, famous, powerful. I wouldn't have a clue who they were. I don't know. And I don't care. And I'm happy that I don't know who these famous people are. So some of these names I was finding out who have been spending a fortune on bunkers, condos, silos, everything. I don't even know who they are. Apparently they're famous. And the last one on the list, Tom Brady, I've got no idea who he is. Apparently he's famous in America for playing American football. Hey ho. So I know it's bonkers. Like I said, that list could have just gone on and on and on, like Ariston. Right. So let me just remove some of these screens because we have got about 30 to go through. It's nuts. I ain't kidding, guys. So let me have a little look. 1,127 people. Welcome. That's cool. Okay. Sweet. It looks like I've got this lit in some sort of order. So we all know our friend, Mr. Musk. Okay. Now listen, I don't care whether you think this guy is a good guy or a bad guy. I'm telling you, I think he's a bad guy. I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him across my front room. I do not trust Elon Musk. I think he is a wolf in sheep's clothing. He is definitely a wolf in sheep's clothing. This guy has his finger in far too many pies. Way too much power. And you start mucking around with Neuralink, AI, guess what? We're going to go on to something soon. I don't know if you people know about what this guy's been up to. It ties in with what we're talking about in the bunker department. Anyway, these billionaires are buying massive doomsday bunkers and people have questions. This was last month as well. So all of this is this year, recent. We need to know what the hell they are doing and why we are being drawn towards this information. Okay, don't forget, we need to view this with our prepper goggles. We need to filter out the BS, and that's what we're doing. So, does this guy look human? With all that money, look at that crappy haircut. God, that guy. Gee whiz. Check this out. Zuck constructing an extravagant $270 million underground stronghold on Hawaii's Kauai Island. Like I said, there's something really fishy going on in Hawaii. And it's not just Zuck. Okay. Even Oprah Winfrey has a place. She's decided to go more inland. Maybe she's a bit worried about water and sea levels. The clues are there. Look at this. Discussions have been sparked about 15 billionaires constructing doomsday bunkers. This is nuts what's going on. Why are we being told all of this? Why? What's the real picture? Look at this. The main feature of this $270 million initiative is a 5,000 square foot bunker underground, equipped with its own energy, food sources, including an apparent blast-resistant door. Well, why would you build an expensive bunker and not have a blast door? Of course. Look at this. All night long. Lionel, Lionel, Lionel. Be careful who you make friends with, sir. I don't trust this lot. How about you? Let me know in the chat. I'm not joking. This guy, he doesn't even look human. He's insane. Yeah, he looks absolutely real, doesn't he? My God. But anyway, enough of me bashing this guy. But listen to what I said earlier. The PayPal mogul, Peter Thiel, I'm not sure how his name's pronounced, is forging his own bunker-style haven in New Zealand. Like I said, there's a few others, more than a few, in New Zealand, possibly shared with Sam Altman. So we're talking ChatGPT, the guy who was literally trying to start up publicly open artificial intelligence. Okay. So yes, whether that's true or not, I don't know. Elon is also prepared for the apocalypse. Unbelievable. Look at this. Cyber House features a reinforced concrete core that can house up to 7 people. So we've all heard of the cyber truck that Tesla is doing. Well, why wouldn't you want to park your cyber truck in your cyber house? Yeah. Like I say, this guy is making far too much money for one person. And please don't think he's here to help you and be a nice guy. He really is a wolf in sheep's clothing. We don't want to deep dive about his personal life, but it's very, very strange what he decided to call his child. I think it's bonkers myself. I just think it's absolutely insane. But yeah, look, you call your child X. Great. Well done. Well, of course you would. Anyone who's not all there is going to call their kids all sorts. In my opinion, of course. So, should we move on? I think we better. Okay. Look at this. 10 incredible billionaire doomsday bunkers you're not invited to. And look at this. This was right at the end of last year. So all recent. This has been fact checked. Oh, I'm so glad it's been fact checked. That gives me so much relief that this has been fact checked. Really. So why are we being led to look at all of these articles which come out around the same time, the end of last year and early this year, not that long ago? We're going to dive into that in a bit, so stay with me when we tie this up together, okay? The Epidemium, this place, wow, look. Deep in the mountains of rural Czech Republic lies the incredible estate known as the Epidemium. If you want to attempt a break-in, keep in mind they have 24-hour military-style security with big weapons. Okay, really? Okay. What about Trident Lakes? Who has heard of any of this stuff? Doomsday condos. I know the Americans call them condos. Crazy. But whatever it is, that's what it is. Look at this. There is a DNA vault, so you can safeguard literally everything down to the very essence of your existence. There's a DNA vault in your bunker. Who said of Europa 1? Now, I know some of you people might already know about all of this, but I'll guarantee you there's a lot of people out there and quite possibly watching this video that have no idea about this stuff. This is all dropped recent, okay? So I really do think we should at least look at this and discuss this, okay? Inside the world's most exclusive doomsday bunker. Look at this. Touted as the largest and safest underground survival bunker in the world. Europa 1. Okay? The largest and safest underground survival bunker in the world. Wow, really? Built on a Cold War bunker built by the Soviets in Rauschenstein in Deutschland, in Germany. The shelter is said to be able to withstand nuclear blasts, biological and chemical agents, earthquakes, and even planes falling out the sky. That's the Europa 1. The survival condo. Now, we're going to go into some of these in a bit, right? The company that does this, we're going to look into. The underground house in Las Vegas, that's pretty much a sideshow, okay? But if you've not heard about this, it's probably worth a watch if you fancy a bit of a giggle. It's nothing new. It's been there for ages. But the bunker home in Las Vegas. Now, this is where it starts to get funny. Number 5, our magic number. Shrublands Road. So we're talking about a bunker here in the UK, right, in Essex. Now, this is old, and members of the public go there like a museum. It's not all that, okay? This isn't a luxury billionaire bunker. The safe house, well, that's above ground. Obviously, you can see how strong it is. Look at the doors and windows. Really? That's in Poland. There's websites on this stuff, and you can find the company who's done it. This one is quite interesting. If you've not heard about Dogon City in Japan, this is mind-blowing. We're going to see some of this a little bit later on in the video. So if you want to have your mind blown apart with the latest concept out of Japan, stick around in this live stream. We're going to show a video on this as we go through a bit later on. Look at this. It apparently holds up to 40,000 people with this construction. So basically, this is a big floating bunker. Can you believe it? Because people out there are really paranoid about global warming and sea levels rising. People have invested heavily into a big floating circle because they're worried we're all going to be underwater. Do you know what? They've been telling us that the world's going to be underwater since the 60s. It's all BS. I've got a friend, he might even be on here name. He might even be on here now. His name is Shiva Shampoo. He lives in the Maldives. No sea level rises out there. It's all BS. And if you want to like go along with that Elon Musk lunatic that you're going to be able to afford to go up into space and bug out up there on a bunker, ridiculous. The aristocrat. Look at this. Now, this is the underground luxury bunker. Insane. Look at that. Almost 10 million. And that's the installation and delivery, not even included. Okay. Crazy. But if you've got a spare 50k, you can get a basic, simple one from these guys. And doomsday vaults. Wow. If we've got time, we're going to look into vaults as well. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty crazy what's going on. It really, really is. So I found this article I read this afternoon quite interesting. So we're going to talk about this. Unfortunately, I can't highlight it for some reason. This is the Hollywood Reporter. Okay. Again, this one only come out last week before. Billionaire survivalists go absolutely bonkers with fiery moats and water cannons. So it looks like a scene from Minecraft. Okay. Don't walk in the lava. It's nuts. It's absolutely nuts. Okay. Now, I really wish I could have highlighted some of this. I can only highlight in blue. For 1%ers, so we all know who we're talking about, who can afford to pull out all the stops of self-preservation, are doing so more than ever. Even in a fashion that goes away, submerged, congregated, is to be seen on reality shows like Nat Geo's Doomsday Preppers. Yes, I was on one of those Doomsday Prepper shows set in the UK. You can watch that on YouTube, Preppers UK 2, and you'll see me on there in 2012 talking about all of this stuff, which only the elites are starting to wake up and prep for now. Crazy, absolutely bloody crazy. This is an escape tunnel. Wow, insane. Look at this. The issue in 2020 was a huge driver of interest in sales. Then all the global concerns and issues at home are another boost. We're here to provide peace of mind solutions. Other moguls enamored, whatever that is, enamored by bunkers include Billionaire and former PayPal CEO. There's Peter again. Attempts to build one in New Zealand was fixed in 2022. Bill Gates. Ah, lovely friend, Mr. Gates. Listen, I found out something just before going live about Bill Gates. So if you're intrigued to find out all of these similarities with three key players, what they've all got in common, stay to the end of this live stream. It blew my bloody mind when I discovered this. Who is rumored to have underground security areas under every one of his homes. Bill Gates, yep, he's got the money. Why wouldn't he have panic rooms and all of that stuff? Absolutely. You can see some basic designs, like a modular construction concept. You're pretty much looking at reinforced shipping containers. So that's another thing. Who remembers in 2021 with that global shipping crisis, shipping containers, the price went through the roof, the availability went down. Lots of shipping containers disappeared in 2021. Now, underground, storage facilities, deep underground military bases, shipping containers. Why wouldn't they? There's an absolute shortfall, but we're going to stop going on about that one because, like I say, I couldn't highlight anything. It wouldn't let me highlight for some reason. So this was quite interesting. You want to check this magazine out? You ready for this? You sure? Okay, let's dive into some of this. Why are more and more billionaires building luxury bunkers? Again, it's the same thing. Look, at the end of last year and early this year, all of this stuff was everywhere in the mainstream. Don't worry, we're going to conclude it. We just need to look at some of the evidence to build a case about what's going on. Right. All workers involved were asked to sign confidentiality agreements. It's like Fight Club. We can't talk about it. So basically, they're talking about Zuck's place in Hawaii. All of the people that were working on building it have literally been sworn to secrecy. Okay. the stuff that's going on in Hawaii, just in that one guy's place. And I'm going to tell you why later on, why I think all of this, what we've been presented, is a major sideshow. Okay? It's important. Listen to this. Screens on the walls allow occupants to see what's happening outside the bunker. Special air filtration systems prevent contamination. Wind turbines and solar panels ensure the supply of electricity, while a space dedicated to plant cultivation and fish farming is intended to provide almost unlimited food. The bunker is said to have a complete autonomy of 5 years. The buyer of one of these apartments worth $1.5 million told the New York Times that they feel in the most dangerous era in history right now and wanted to make this investment to protect themselves from nuclear wars or societal collapse. Even Post Malone, whoever that is, has invested $3 million just before the issue in building a bunker for his residence in Utah in the US. This guy here, but ignore it. But what we're seeing here is one of the underground military bases. This one here is in America, right? So we are going to be talking about some of these bases and stuff as we go through the next few months, because there is stuff coming out now which we haven't been able to see before. And some of it's a bit of an eye-opener, and it does need to be understood. Now, the thing is, we do have lots of civilians working in these places, and it's basically that's what's being leaked out. And like I said, there's stuff that's being exposed that we haven't seen before. So if you're interested in seeing some of that sort of content over the next few months, let me know in the comment section under the video. Or if you want to, support me by sending an email underneath the video, and we can look into it further. Right. Check this. There is a term to describe those who stockpile weapons and food in anticipation of this scenario: prepper, meaning those who are prepared. In recent years, associations or group of individuals training for a possible apocalypse have multiplied. Yes, the prepper movement is growing, and it's growing fast right now. This is no joke. Until recently, they were not multimillionaires, but rather camping enthusiasts and gun fanatics. However, customers in the luxury bunker market do not belong to this category. They represent a new generation of preppers who no longer come from rural America and do not sympathize with extreme right-wing conspiracy theorists. Oh, that really upsets me. Extreme right-wing conspiracy theorists. So basically what that statement is anyone who disagrees with the mainstream media and the government is actually labeled an extreme right-wing conspiracy theorist. Wow. Well, thanks for that label. If it makes you feel good, shout it. There's more of us than you, and our time is coming. Their real fear, finally, lies not so much in nuclear war or the collapse of society, but in a revolt against their economic privileges. Wow. Economic privileges. The whole world is changing, and you're going to see lots of people who live in America right now actually move to Russia. Yeah. If that shocks you, stick around and find out. So, let's have a little brief glimpse at some of these bunkers, shall we? Are you a bit curious to see what's going on underneath your feet? Well, let's have a little look. All I've done was typed in this into a search engine. Underground bunker expensive. Basically it. Okay. Just gives you a flavour. Some of them are artist impressions, and some of them are actually real photographs. Okay. Now, you can pretty much surmise what this used to be. I would hazard a guess and say it's a missile silo. So what that basically is a tube in the ground which has a missile, probably a ballistic nuclear missile, all over America, all over the world pretty much. Missile silos, i.e. something underground which you can launch a missile out of. They're converting them into houses, apartments, condos, flats, apartments, whatever you want to call them, accommodation basically. As I say, some of these are artist impressions, and some of them, if you look carefully, they're real photographs. These are being built like crazy. And do you know what the strange thing is? More and more companies who are building these bunkers are coming out of nowhere. More companies are just literally just popping up. Sometimes every month now, brand new companies who are offering to build underground bunkers for the wealthy. And I mean, the likes of you or I just won't be able to afford $50 million for somewhere to live underground. No one's got that sort of money that I know. It's crazy. But nonetheless, this is going on right now. Okay. This isn't no joke. This isn't no conspiracy theory. It's happening, Jack. Whether you like it or not, it's tough. It's up to you. But like I said, I touched on earlier, DUMBs. So you're looking at deep underground military bases, not your average wealthy actor or whatever wants to have a little panic room underground. No, we're talking military bases underground. Okay, just a little glimpse. We're going to do videos about this moving forward, but this is just a taster of what's going on there. Now, this is just the UK bases, right? Military. See what I mean? There is nothing really new in here. That's Cairn Mountain. That's in America. This is not even in UK. Okay, so just because you put UK, don't believe that all of this is UK. It's not. All right. Crazy. Iron Mountain. We're going to go into that in a sec. These are just like a couple of bloody airsofters or whatever it is, reenactors in an old Cold War bunker. All right. So yeah. These, I think this was taken from in Iran, where they've got some air stuff hidden underground. Yeah, there is a lot of things going on underground. Like I said, this isn't the UK. This is just all over the place, right? You can't find anything apart from this BS hidden underground in the UK. So, with that being said, you may know or you may not know about this. You ready? You in the UK? Watch. The secret underground city built near Bath in case of a nuclear war. Who knew? Some of you do, some of you don't. Nonetheless, this is pretty much what the British media are letting us see. Look how old and run down and dated this is. I bet you any money there are brand new state-of-the-art high-tech places underground here in the UK. This, if you want a sideshow, you're looking at it, Jack. This goes way deeper than this. They've even provided an old map showing you roughly where it is. Well, anyone can find out where it is. It won't take long to do a little search online. Look at this. 37 meters on the ground. That's about 120, 130 feet underground. So if you want to do a nuclear shelter, it does have to have a relatively large amount of solid material above it. Earth, concrete, lead, etc. Okay. So yeah, absolutely that will deflect a nuclear hit. Whether it's a straight head on, I doubt it. But anywhere in the vicinity, you'd be okay down there. So yeah, it just goes to show this is what we are finding out about the secret bases in the UK. It's BS, okay? It's nothing really bloody new, and it is an embarrassment, to be fair. I do know that you do get a lot of urbex, urban explorers, going around the place. But yeah, I've just got to show you this because it was the same place. You want to see something funny? This is how dated it is. All right. So here we go. Built to survive a nuclear attack, remains untouched to this day. So here's part of the area, Burlington. Like we saw, the same old pictures, same old BS. This is pictures of the Queen, really old, in the 50s. Look at this. Look at the state of the art. Highly advanced maglev travel underground. This old, beat up, very basic. It almost looks as weak and as crap as a Land Rover. Basic, rusting, rotten, will always break down and let you down. It looks like a Mark 1 Land Rover. But anyway, yes, it looks like they use this to get out and about under the tunnel network in that secret UK base. Really? Okay. So we go back to America now. We're hopping over the pond to our friends in the US, and we talk about some of the people who have been doing stuff. Right. So Trump's daughter, look at this, £56 million property speed. Now this is in Miami. Like I say, there's a few people buying property on this island in Miami, and they have bunkers underneath these buildings. So who's heard of Indian Creek? There it is. You could literally do a Google Earth search in Miami and you look for Indian Creek and you'll see it. It's only accessible via one road, via a bridge, which is heavily guarded by security. I would look at that and say you're probably going to have roaming maritime patrols around the island pretty much 24/7, and you're going to have probably surveillance all over that place. So that is going to be wide tight, which is what the elite really much want. They just want to live somewhere nice and be safe. They don't want people poking their noses in. So look at this. This is back in early December in 2020. Don't forget the issue was going on there, right? So the first news outlet to report Ivanka and Jared have been hunting for a property to purchase in the Miami and Palm Beach area. According to their sources, the publication revealed that the couple had settled on a 1.8-acre waterfront parcel, that's got to be an American verbiage there, on the west side of a 300-acre Indian Creek community, belonging to none other than the legendary Spanish singer Julio Double Glazius. Yeah, who remembers old Julio? Yeah, he done quite well a few years ago, buying a few plots, and he's made a few bob, selling them off to presidents' daughters. Okay, there is bits of history about all of this. It's basically repurposed in the 20s. Yeah, you can read into all of this. It's pretty crazy where all of this sort of stuff come from. So there he is, Julio Iglesias, the top landowner. He owns most of the land in the island, and he has been starting to sell it all off. So yeah, he's making a few bob. So it's just got basically the plots. So this is the one of the pads of the rich and famous. It's highly impossible that you and I would ever end up in a place like this. It's disgusting considering how many people are struggling out there now, and they think this is absolutely acceptable to live like this. So yeah, like they really, really care about us, don't they? And there's some pretty good photograph of the island. There's that bridge I told you about, which is probably heavily guarded, I would say, both sides of that bridge, and you're going to have maritime patrols going around that 24/7, making sure that is nice and safe and secure. Again, you know, there's loads of people, 24 security, like I suggested. Yeah, 13 strong police force. Really, 13 strong police force. Well, that's not much, really. But there you go. So that was that one. What is going on in Miami? Crazy. Billionaire bunker. 9 celebrities with property in the Miami neighborhood besides Amazon's Jeff Bezos, hi, and his fiancee, Lauren Sanchez. So they brought a mansion from Beyonce and Jay-Z. So there's Bezos and his other half, and Beyonce, Jay-Z, Tom Brady, and whoever that Gizelli, whatever, Jared Kushner, Ivanka Trump. Like I was saying, I'm not really up on celebrities. I don't really give a toss about them, to be honest. But yes, all of these people are literally buying up properties on this area, on that little piece of real estate in Miami. Billionaire investors, Tom Brady. Oh, there's that American football dude and his other half. I don't even know. DJ David Guetman. I've no idea who he is. A Spanish singer. We know who that is, don't we? Look how clean his teeth are. Beautiful. Right. Yeah. So basically, you know, we don't have to spend too much time on this, but the long and the short is lots of people with serious amounts of money have decided to live on that island with bunkers. Believe it or not. It's true. Excuse me. Well, okay. So, who remembers when I said earlier about Elon Musk? How is he involved in bunkers underground? Well, some of us probably are aware that he owns Tesla, electric cars, which is a piss take of Nikola Tesla of the great works he done years ago. And here comes Mr. Squeaky clean, Mr. Wolf in sheep's clothing, the guy that I cannot trust. I spent a rat with that guy. He's hijacked the word Tesla. Anyway, we're talking, he's bought out Twitter. It's now called X, just like his kid called X. Very bizarre. But anyway, what else do we know about Mr. Elon Musk? Who has heard of the Boring Company? Very good. The Boring Companies. What do we see? We see EVs, electric cars, and we see a couple of tunnels. Wow. What's Elon Musk got to do with this? Wow. Did you realize that Elon Musk owns this company that are building tunnels underground at a rate of knots? You have no idea how fast tunnels are made in this day and age. You have no idea. You can look into this yourself if you don't believe me. I know lots of people will say I'm full of it, but check it out. It's true. Okay. Wow, look at this. Join us with a flamethrower. That looks fun. Really? Okay. So it's X. There we go. Elon Musk, our friend again. Right. Let me just check that out. Yeah, okay. Trying to find these screens to show you because there's a lot. So, if you don't believe me, there it is. Elon Musk, the Boring Company, owner. Elon Musk, right there, is the owner. So, yes, he owns a company which is literally putting tunnels in the earth at a stupid amount. A long time ago, I used to work in the construction business. I worked as a diamond driller. Some of you watching right now have been a diamond driller. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Talking about drilling cores into things, whether it's the ground, whether it's through concrete, whether it's through multi-story car parks, whatever it is, a great big hollow core with diamond sort of teeth on the edge, and it would just drill, break it, put an extension bar, and you can drill and drill and drill. That's old school. The stuff that they're using now to make these huge big tunnels to do bunkers and bases underground Yeah, Elon Musk owns a company that does it. Do you still trust him? Really? I mean, really? Crazy. Like I said, furthermore, oh, let me just go on to there. Elon Musk again. Do you remember when I said about the EVs and electric cars and the Cybertruck from Tesla? Wow, why wouldn't you want to park your Cybertruck in your cyber house, which incidentally has, guess what? A bunker underneath. Have a look. There we go. Here is the cyber house. Okay. And here's the little Cybertruck parked outside it. Doesn't it look lovely? Doesn't it look beautiful? It looks ugly to me. See, look, all of this is underground. A bunker is underneath the cyber house. Obviously, there it is. There's this little cyber car. And there it is. Look how neatly designed it fits under there. Personally, I can't stand it. I just think it's ugly. It's unimaginative. It's brutalism at its best. This is about as creative as a kid with a scalpel and a shoebox. It's bullshit. It is hideous. It is ugly beyond compare. Yet, we got our friend Elon Musk at it again. Bunkers, houses, EVs, tunnel businesses, social medias. Honestly, that Elon Musk, he's got his hands in a lot of things. So, what about the companies who actually make these, who offer these to people? Incidentally, don't be telling me to drink. I've just come off of loads and loads of antibiotics, enough to knock an elephant out for a whole week. So I'm just drinking. Just in case people would say, alcohol? No, probably next Friday. Anyway, we continue. So one of the biggest companies in the business is called this, Rising S Bunkers. Basically, the S, they should put a line through the middle showing a dollar symbol, because this company is making an absolute fortune. And I mean a fortune. These guys, they just can't employ enough staff to build these bunkers. They just can't build them quick enough. They just literally run off their feet right now. It's insane. And if any of you guys are working for Rising S, if you're over in America, you send us an email and let me know how it's going over there, because I spoke to someone a few weeks ago. He overheard someone saying that these guys, they literally can't recruit enough people, because the orders that are coming in to build all of these bunkers is literally, they've never known anything like it. And pretty much since 2020, the order books have been filling up, and customers are moaning, how long is it going to be before you start excavating to start my bunker? And they're on a big waiting list, and people are literally just running out of patience because they feel like they're running out of time. But Rising S Bunkers is one of them in the US who are literally just rushed off their feet right now. Let me just bring that up there. Yeah, I know some of you know some of the other ones. Who's heard of Atlas? Again, rushed off their feet. They are doing all sorts for all sorts of budgets, but it's probably going to be out of our range. They just say that they're the world's #1 bunker builder, and they're literally all over it. Okay, you can download their catalog and you can see what they get up to. It's pretty crazy. You can look at that and it'll blow your mind, all right? Like I say, if you look at the modular concept of the constructions, it does appear that it is pretty much mirrors the shipping container in regards to shape, shine, and size of construction. So very, very modular. You can see how it all slots together. And there we go. There's a classic picture there. Underneath someone's house, who would have known? Blast door, downstairs, boom, inside your bunker. And you got an escape hatch to outside, right through the top there. Like I say, they seem to be doing all sorts of shapes and sizes. And again, they're probably rushed off their feet trying to supply these with all of the orders that are coming in. It's crazy. But it's just like everything else. When you look at this screen, it's a classic one. Look at this. Gas tight doors, right? So you're talking a hermetic seal, which is obviously what you're going to need, especially with CBRN, okay? The metal, the material, the parts, all of the shipping problems that we're getting from China, all of these little bits and pieces need to come together at precisely the right time to construct one of these underground bases, okay? Bomb dropping drones. Wow, that's nice. Crazy. Like I said, all you need to do is just do a little search online and you can find all of this stuff. It's bonkers what's going on with these millionaires and billionaires. But Atlas, again, that is right up there with some of the others. You remember earlier on when I said a podium? Well, ultra luxury. Check it out. A pedum, sorry. Spelled that wrong. We build ultra luxury underground bunkers next to your house. Well, thank you. I might have to do some overtime to afford all of that. But yeah, it's literally all going on. So look at that, starting from 15 million, 8 million, 60 million. It's just insane. You can go custom and make it whatever you want to do. So yes, there are active companies out there who are fitting these and supplying them for sure. Subterranean spaces. This is in the UK. So this is where I'm going, okay? We need to find what is going on in our own country here in the United Kingdom. It's really easy to find out what's going on in America. China know exactly what is going on in America. America is literally, the whole world can see what's going on in America. There's no privacy or secrecy in America anymore. The whole world knows what's going on in America. But the UK is really, really sinister. It's so covert. It's crazy. So, underground bunkers, panic rooms, and bomb shelters. This is a company that I found in the UK who actually builds this stuff to spec in the UK. It's all there. Subterranean Spaces UK, check them out. Bomb shelters and nuclear bunkers. This is no BS, people. These companies exist. They are real. You can also double check on Companies House, and yes, this company is trading right now. They are building state-of-the-art bunkers for the rich and famous here in the UK, and there's their phone number right there. Hit them up. Ask some questions. What do you think? Let me know in the chat. It'd be really cool to get your thoughts on this. But it doesn't stop there. It does not stop there. Look at this. Underground bunkers. Okay. Shire pods, I think this was called. Again, this is in the UK. Look. This is in the United Kingdom. You can tell because the guy's got a Viz vest and a hard hat. Health and safety. Do as you're told. Yeah. Again, in the UK. So if you wanted to find out all of this stuff, it's all there. Unbelievable. Underground bunkers. This is the section that I was looking into. Because like I say, there is a lot of stuff going on, not just in the US. This is happening over here in the UK. It's bonkers. It's true. Look at this. Delta modules. So again, bunkers here in the UK. You can request a catalogue if you wish. Modular house, bunker, office containers, houseboat, sauna, you name it. The bunkers are literally being prefabbed in workshops, flat packed and shipped, and installation, I presume, is a different thing. So you're going to need a company pretty much to assemble it. So yeah, you're going to need a project manager, of course. Planning permission, don't forget, here in the UK, it is just so hold your hand government nanny state, it's bloody nuts if you don't know. So look at this, nuclear shield. Who knows about this? Nuclear bunkers. Yes. Again, in the United Kingdom, companies are building bespoke bunkers. There we go. Unbelievable. They're also, look at this, CBRN, radiation tablets, freeze-dried foods, etc. Yeah, nuclear shield. Again, check it out. UK companies are also offering their services to the extreme wealthy. Okay. Who's heard of these? DEFCON. Been going for quite a while now. Right, this is over in the States. DEFCON underground bunkers. Yes. Look at that. They sort of pretty much guaranteed that the work that they do is going to be really hush hush. So obviously, if you are or know someone who's going to be getting a bunker installed, the last thing you want is everyone knowing where it is in your house, where it is underneath, etc. Now, in some people, they even put like a fake bookcase and you open it up and it's a door. It's really easy to do. Bookcase is ideal because it's going to cover the size of the door, and literally you're done. You're inside the bunker. Underground, as deep as you want. Here in the UK, another company which offer services about building bunkers. I'm not joking. You could go on for hours. There are so many companies now. This one's obviously in America because it talks about FEMA. More bunker building companies, design specification, governments preparing for war. Here is a lot of it being spread thick. A range of a 1 megaton bomb, complete devastation 1 to 2 miles, etc., etc., etc. Crazy. Look at this. This is quite interesting. This section here, it sort of brings it into context. The bombs that destroyed Hiroshima and Nagasaki during World War II were about 15 and 21 kilotons, respectively. So a 1 megaton explosion would be equal to 67 Hiroshima-sized bombs and 48 Nagasaki-sized bombs. So a 1 megaton bomb, yeah, is 67 times more crazy than what happened in Hiroshima. And we all know what happened there. Unbelievable. Do you know what? I've got another 8 to show you, but I think you get the idea. I don't want to bore you. Keep showing all. There's so much companies. This was quite interesting. These are the Vivos we said earlier. Look at this. The backup plan for humanity. Secure your space in the Vivos underground shelter to survive virtually any catastrophe. Here we are seeing a silo for an ICBM, which is an intercontinental ballistic missile. We're talking Cold War time. This would be in America. Yeah, these are being converted into underground bunkers. It's a place called X Point in Indiana. Yeah, there's a whole community out there with bunkers underground. So the people who spent all of the money to get these done, Let's hope they can get there in time and get into their little bunkers when it all goes tits up. The Trine Complex, Europa 1, we've already talked about that earlier. It's crazy. So, that was Europa 1. Well, as I close all these down, I'm not going to show you those because we'll be here all bloody night. It's nuts what's going on. Right. We said about that earlier. Is it that one? Yeah. Okay. Vivos, Europa 1. Look at this. This is one of the most luxurious fallout bunkers founded by Robert Vicino. The underground bunker costs usually around $1 billion and is built for millionaires in the event of an apocalypse. Don't forget, the word apocalypse is the unveiling, so the millionaires are going to go into their bunker in the event of an unveiling. Retarded statement for sure. The Vivos Europa 1 is well built and can withstand chemical attacks, earthquakes, nuclear war, tsunamis, and other natural or artificial disasters. Artificial disasters. Intriguing. We read on. Here's a little picture of it there. Crazy. The concrete bunker is located in Rothenstein, Germany. That's what we said about earlier. Custom built for any size group. It also has roads, railways, tunnels, top-grade security system, self-contained water system, blast-proof doors, and generators. And it just goes on to show you loads and loads and loads of these bunkers, which all of these billionaires are buying up like they can't wait. They're buying them up right now. The Global Seed Vault. Yes. We said we were going to talk about that, didn't we? Now, who remembers, if you stayed, well done, when I talked about what the Japanese are up to, about that futuristic stuff. Now, are you ready to see something that will blow your mind? So we're talking about environmentalists who really swallowed all of the BS. So the sea levels are going to rise so much, it's going to cause so much devastation, even though we already have been witnessing Zuckerberg building a beautiful, great big house and a bunker right on the coast in Hawaii. So if the sea levels were going to rise so drastically, why are billionaires selling loads of their companies and buying bunkers, most of them around the coasts? So you can pretty much rest assured that global sea levels are not going to rise. Don't fall for it. Please don't concern yourself. But this is for the people who are seriously worried about the sea rising, causing absolute chaos. Are you ready for this? It's the very latest to come out of Japan. Bearing in mind, Japan have always been the world leaders in technology, way ahead of the Americans, way ahead of the Chinese. I present you Dogen City. Look at that. Even the little mouse has a little following thing. Crazy website. So yes, we can watch some of this. It blew my mind when I saw this earlier. So yeah, you know, as a kid and used to watch the sci-fi stuff and you thought, what would that be like in the future? Well, over the next 12 or 6 years, this is going to be a reality. But look at all of the BS that they're peddling with the old climate change nonsense. It really is nonsense. As we know, the weather, most of it is heavily manipulated to sway agendas. And of course, we're all being blamed for taking part in screwing up the planet. So look, they are literally, look at this. 67% of the world's population around cities are going to be in trouble. Really? That's what they're stating. Personally, it's not happened before. I don't think it will. It's nuts. So what they are going to do to to offer to get around this is this. I know when I first saw this, I was blown away. They really think that this, literally floating on the ocean, considering storms, tidal surges, bad weather, can you imagine what it would be like living on that bloody thing with the sea going all over the place? It always makes me laugh how they present it to be so futuristic and serene and safe and clean. What about all of the rust and all of the barnacles and all of the stuff, that seaweed that grows on things? That looks so white and clean, it's going to look absolutely filthy. Now, any of you guys who spend any time out at sea know how crazy salt and seawater is and the weather elements. This crazy looking thing is going to get battered. And all of these lunatics who have invested and bought into this are literally going to be floating around a planet on a frigging donut, which is going to go under the water. The money they are spending on this is freaking ludicrous. Yet, this is a bunker, but on the water. So yeah, thinking outside the box. It's crazy. And yeah, anyone can go onto this website and look at it themselves, okay? Look at the size of it. 40,000 people are going to live on that floating donut. I mean, look at all of the tsunamis and the weather and all the typhoons and stuff around Japan and stuff. Are you crazy? Are you bonkers? But look at it. They've got it all worked out. Look, food, R&D, schools, stockpile, security centers, cemeteries. Oh my God. Really? Offices, food, merchandise sales, hospitals, parks, stadiums, halls, mobile islands, telecom stations, and hotels, all on a floating crazy place. Unbelievable. It all looks really, really nice. All I'm saying is when you put something nice and pretty out on Mother Nature on the open sea, oh my God, I can only see craziness happen with all of that. But nonetheless, like I say, you're welcome to check this out. It's very interesting, and this is what's going on. But look at this. This is how bloody controlled it is. Look, devices and sensors, genome and metagenome, blood, telemedicine, robots, drones, I suspect that means drones, research with DNA banks, drugs and simulation, robot surgery, surveys and observation. All of this? No thanks. What about all of the plants and medicine that you can find growing naturally on the planet? Why the hell would you want to put yourself through all of this hideous BS, which is what the left and the progressives want? They want everything natural and beautiful to be replaced by all of this digital, advanced, technocratic, robotic surveillance bullshit, which relies on so many things. It's always going to break and let you down when you need it the most. Personally, no, not for me, son. Don't want to play that silly game. But going back to bunkers, for thousands of years, who knew about Turkey? Do you know what it's like underneath the ground in Turkey? They've got whole cities to hold a minimum of 20,000 people underground in one city. There are so many cities underground in Turkey. I know some of you right now who have been on holiday there and seen it for yourself. Let everyone know in the chat room or the comment section what you think what you thought when you was there. Sorry, it's unbelievable. I know people who have been there and they've walked around and seen these places in awe. Yes, we have had catastrophes in the past where people had to go underground to wait it out, to ride it out. This is real. I'm not joking. Just type it in like I've done. Underground cities in Turkey. Like I say, if you're new to all this, Yeah, it might blow your mind a bit, but it's crazy. And like we said, look what's going on in America, underground in there. Yeah, I know. It looks like it's something from a bloody James Bond film. And this is the stuff which is just about getting leaked out. Some of it, as soon as it comes out, is quickly deleted and removed. There is a lot going on underground in intercontinental United States, a hell of a lot. Talk about going underground, or what? Now, some of you would remember, possibly, if you're a researcher like myself, Iron Mountain in America. If you don't know, let's have a quick look. We're waiting for it to come on to upload. But yeah, Iron Mountain in the States, if I can find it. Yeah, for some reason it's not loading. Let me see if I can refresh it. Right, okay. I don't think it was that one. It was a wider shot. Might have been that one. Iron Mountain, if you don't know, in the US, is literally a nuclear bunker built inside a mountain. And the stuff which is going on in there, and that's just in one of these places, is huge. You would not believe how big this place is inside, and all of the food, all of the supplies, all of the stockpiles in there, and it never seems to end. There is so much going on in that one facility on its own. That's just one. There are lots. To be fair, there are lots and lots going on out there. It's bonkers. So yes, look into that Iron Mountain in America. Now, as promised, like we said earlier, it's not just about the bunkers and the bases. No. No. What about the vaults? Yes, doomsday vaults. Now, most of us are probably aware of that one. It was talked about a lot, I think, at the turn of the millennium. I think it's in Norway. Yeah, there it is, in Norway, where basically lots of seeds, etc., are stored nice and safe. Should something really bad go down, they can replant and regrow, etc. So all of it is stored under there. But that's not the only one. I don't know if you guys know, but I think that one is out in the Himalayas. Look at that, situated on top of a frozen mountains in the Himalayas, as high as 17,688 feet high. Wow. Storage of 10,000 seeds, 200 plant species, preserved in permafrost at minus 18 degrees Celsius. That's one. Look at that, the underground lunar vault. Are you kidding me? Really? Are you kidding me? Lunar. Really, as in the moon? Yes, I know. They proposed to build an underground vault on the moon as a sort of global insurance policy. Well, good luck. Personally, I don't even think we've been to the moon, but that's just my take on it. I don't think a human being's gone through the Van Allen belt myself because of the stresses and radiation. If you really think that astronauts went through that in that flimsy little tin foil spaceship, wow, maybe we can disagree on that one, can't we? Anyway, look at that. Minus 292 Fahrenheit. That's pretty cold. Anyway, I don't want to talk about that BS on the moon. It's crazy. The US National Center for Genetic Resources Preservation. Who knew about this? Look at that. 600,000 seed packets. Why are they storing all this stuff? Such as DuPont and Monsanto store their seeds. Oh, well, okay. Well, I couldn't care what happened to that place if they're putting Monsanto nonsense in there. Fine, no problem. The Millennium Seed Bank Partnership. Who remembers this when it was on the news back in the day? The corporation, 100 countries overseas, blah, blah, blah. Yes, a lot of that was going on. I think that was in North Carolina. 2.4 billion seeds gathered from around the world. So, yeah, that's that one. So, basically, there's quite a few of these ones. This one's quite crazy. Look at this. Did you know about this one? The SFC Foundation's cryopreservation program contains 45,000 semen and embryo samples from 20 breeds of rare cattle, sheep, and goats. The samples are stored at minus 312 degrees in liquid nitrogen. Blimey. So, yes, all of this stuff is going down. The Frozen Zoo. Honestly, I'm not joking. This is in San Diego, apparently. Gee whiz. The stuff that's going on. The Arctic World Archive. A Doomsday Vault. Yep. 21 terabytes of open source code representing the world's most cherished works of art, literature, and religion. Yeah. It's all been stored away. But yeah, honestly, guys, we could just go through all of these things. Just do a little search. This one just happened to be the top 10 incredible doomsday vaults. All right. All of these articles come out post the issue. But here's the thing. Now, I'm glad you stayed this far because this is important. Now, you remember when I said, Bill Gates, what's he up to? So you've got people have something in common. Lots of money, billionaires. They are selling lots of their assets, stock, etc. They are buying bunkers, but not only that, they're buying farmland. Let me show you. It's all tied in. Here we go. Why is Bill Gates buying up so much farmland? Now, some of us already know what's going on in the States, but do we? This is the thing. Look at this. Bill Gates owns 242,000 acres of land. So that's like 0.03% of all US farmland. So it's basically nothing. But nearly 250,000 acres of farmland is rather a lot for one greedy bloke who is not even a doctor. So Jeff Bezos is reported to own 420,000 acres of farmland. Mark Zuckerberg as well. So is that crazy? Am I losing the plot here? So we've got wealthy people selling stuff, buying bunkers and buying farmland. Now, here's the thing. Why are we being drawn towards looking at these bunkers? Don't forget, the end of last year, the beginning of this year. Now, just assume, just imagine, if you will, this scenario. Okay? Now, where's the chat gone? Oh, there it is. Thank God for that. But yeah, imagine this. They want us to know where these bunkers are. Money seems to be no object. So it wouldn't really matter if someone spent billions or millions building bunkers and the world seems to find out where they are and we're all talking about it. So would you really expect someone to be there knowing full well that all of us know? Probably not. What if all of these bunkers that we've talked about tonight are all diversions? Yeah. What if the three people that I've just mentioned own all of this farmland? What if they're doing bunkers underneath the farmland and not where we are being told they are doing them? Be the ideal cover, wouldn't it? Covert. Own loads of farmland. It's all inland away from the coasts. Why are they building and buying all of these properties, condos and bunkers around the coast? And we're all saying, yeah, the sea levels, they're not going to rise. That's why the billionaires are going there. Fair enough. It's a very valid point. But what if they are going to be building secret bases and bunkers underneath all that farmland? With all of that money, they could absolutely do it really quietly, really covertly. Who would know? Let's be honest. If you was wealthy, if you was loaded, would you want the whole world to know where your frigging bunker was? Now think about it. I wouldn't. No way. So why would they? And don't forget, just because we are told that Bezos, Gates, all of the other schmucks are the wealthiest people on the planet. No. I've stated this many times on my YouTube channel that the real owners, the real people are pulling the strings. We are never going to know who they are. All of these Bill Gates, Bezos, Musks, they're all puppets, muppets. We believe them to be extremely wealthy, but a few $100 billion, do you know what? That's pocket money for the real owners. It's nothing at all. It's nothing. Yet we are led to believe that Bezos and Musk and all the others are the top 10 or whatever richest people on the planet. I call bullshit. Complete bullshit. The real people, they wouldn't want the world to know how much they've got, who they look like and where they live. That's why they are powerful. Why are they powerful? Because they're hidden. Anyone who is out in the public domain, they are all walking targets. One day they are going to be expendable. They are not going to be required. And that goes right up to Bezos. True. Time will tell. Don't forget, the real owners of his club don't want you to know who they are. Just checking the chat. Well, you guys have been busy. It's been a couple of thousand. Also, a shout out to Carl. I'm not going to say your surname in case you wish to remain anonymous, but thank you so much because you, as well as others, have been really helping out behind the scenes with the donations. But not just that, that walk that I'm going to be doing next month for combat stress to raise money for wounded veterans. And you guys know who you are. The donations are coming in. It's crazy. Wow. As a token of our appreciation, oh, wow, they're going to send a t-shirt for me to wear. Oh, wow. That's awesome. So you guys, thanks. That's amazing. Wow. I'm just looking at the this is crazy. The combat stress stuff. I'm looking at it now. Wow. Thank you for all of you boys and girls who've been helping out. That's pretty much a mind-blowing thing. And all of you guys who helped out on PayPal and behind the scenes, that's really appreciated. And I'm just also finding out you guys in the chat as well. So yes, the members as well. I was going to say that I think there was 12 members who joined last week. So if you're out there, thank you very much. And we are going to be doing something with the memberships. We are going to be seeing lots of interviews with Neil McCoy Ward, John Hogue, Danny Rampling, many others. Almost, we are waiting to hear back from Matt Letizia. Used to play for England football. Yes. So we are going to be interviewing and talking to people about what's really going on. Because what we need to do is to find as many high-profile, famous people as possible to get our message out there. Because people like me and others are being silenced because we are not getting the views that we deserve. Because let's face it, we're talking truth. And truth in this day and age is really hard to find. Because why? We're being drowned under the mainstream BS. So, you members, yeah, be prepared for some changes coming over the next couple of weeks. There is going to be a lot on offer. So yeah, stay tuned. And if I was you, sign up to the website because it's going to be leaked there first about these changes coming up. This was all supposed to happen a few weeks ago. I got ill and I couldn't really do anything. I'm only just recovered. So yes, that's it for today. Thank you ever so much for all of you taking time to watch this live stream, and everyone who shares these videos. I really, really can't thank you enough, because if it wasn't for people sharing these videos, hardly anyone's going to see them, really. So, you know, when you share them on WhatsApp, on Twitter, or it's called X now, on Telegram, Facebook, it really makes a big difference. And also hitting the thumbs up before you on your way out. That helps too, because the more of that sort of stuff happens, the more people get to see these videos. And yes, it seriously helps, because you have to ask yourself this: if you've got kids or grandkids, what sort of world do you want them to grow up in? What are you going to do to try and help their world be better than what the nasty bastards are planning it to be? You can do something. Just think, make a difference. And also, the moderators, you guys are amazing, especially all of you who have been pinning up links and stuff like that. That really helps, because, you know, people in the chat, they're new and they want something quick, and it really helps. So you moderators with the blue banners are amazing, seriously. And the members as well. We've got some new members, I think, as well. So it's really cool. Delta Dawn, how you going? That's from Archaics. Awesome. I need to reply to your emails. So I've been out of the game, I've not been well. Hospital, loads of bad stuff, but we're good. We're getting there. We have got a new member, Bell's Angels, become a YouTube member. Thank you. I really appreciate your support. There will be some videos coming out starting from Monday, so be prepared. All right, they are going to be coming out every single night next week. There will be a newsletter, and there is some news coming out. And yes, I'm trialing the merch. Don't ask me for it just yet. I want to make sure it's perfect for you guys. I don't want you guys having crap. If it starts fading or falling apart, I'm going to have to think of somewhere else. But for now, it's looking good. So you guys take care. Thanks for watching. Stay funky.